Hello, guys. It's Dinosaur here at work with a limited amount of time on my lunch break and a little game thing there making noise in the background. So we're just gonna have to go with the flow with this one. So this one's gonna be pretty short. It's gonna be kind of a focusing on just a certain word. And what I've noticed, a pattern that keeps repeating is Matthew chapter 28, verse 19. Go ye therefore and teach all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Ghost. This word teach in other translations of the Bible is disciple. You go and make disciples of all nations. So go and teach all nations or make disciples of all nations. So what exactly does that mean? Well, disciple does mean to teach, and teach disciple. But the basic root of it, when you look up the word disciple, the first definition you'll see is a personal follower of Jesus during his life, especially one of the 12 apostles. The second definition is a follower or student of a teacher, leader, or philosopher. See, being a teacher or someone making a disciple, it's doing just that, teaching and being a leader. Because we are to lead the lost toward Christ. And when Christ was teaching his disciples, he wasn't just telling them what they ought to do. He showed many examples. Christ not only said, but he also did. He led by example. And his words were based around that. Jesus healed the sick and fed people. And most importantly, he taught people about God, which is what he expects of us, is to teach other people and lead them toward him and the sacrifice he made for us on the cross. And that's the thing that's one of the biggest problems in our country today, is not enough of us we're always quick to point out the things that are wrong in the world and with other people, which is part of, what we're commanded to do. But the other part of it is giving the solution, which is Christ, or pointing to what Christ would have us do about the problem, instead of just pointing out that there is a problem. And a lot of the times when we offer a solution to the problem, it's easier said than done, and some of these problems are that simple to solve. You're a stoner? Stop being a stoner. Oh, you're a homo? Stop being a homo. The solution is simple, but the execution of the solution is a whole other thing. If we want people to turn to Christ and from their sins, we have to mentor them into doing so. See, Christ can and will forgive them if they'll come to him. But to remain on that path, God uses us to hold each other accountable, but not only to hold each other accountable, but to also encourage each other, strengthen each other, and sometimes be an example to one another. See, when Jesus said to make disciples or teach all nations, yes, we are to first and foremost point them to Christ. But what that sometimes means is leading by example with our own lives, and understanding that even the simple solutions to problems are much easier said than done. But instead of just pointing out that there is problems in the world, we have to be willing to work with people to solve them. And sometimes this means, being active among people and just helping them with their problems. and working the gospel in there any way you can. Sometimes it's cut and dry, and sometimes it's a complex situation, but there's nothing that we can't do when Christ is the one who strengthens us. This world definitely has problems in it, and the root of it is that people need to be led to Christ. And that is what Christ wants us to do. And to do a lot of this, it seems like we're going to have to lead by example, because just verbally isn't always enough. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little food for thought video. And I hope that arcade thing playing in the background wasn't too disturbing. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you all.